Hello everyone, this is Jack Frost with a very quick update for the Ethereum Technicals and XRP. Before I get into it, we are going to be doing a couple of small changes for these videos, mostly covering the differences over the previous video, and so we will not be doing a full analysis constantly, though if there is enough interest I may do a full analysis for the Ethereum Weekly and Daily Technicals, as well as XRP, both the Elliott Wave and technical data. So if you want that, please let me know in the comments below and I will be sure to do that for the next week. On the Ethereum Technicals, price has moved overall sideways for the last completed week. The only difference here being that stochastics has now returned from overbought, moving back down to neutral territory. This could indicate a downward swing to continue towards support around 2800 at this point, or potentially down to 2400, where price finds one of these support points, while stochastics may enter oversold. On the Ethereum Technical Daily Chart, we can see a little bit more detail for the sideways movement, price remaining just above support around 3200. We have this evening star candlestick pattern just here. I'm sorry, the label is not the most clear. We have the star in the middle just here with the bearish confirmation here. Despite that, evening star candlestick pattern volume has continued to support upwards movement for the very short term. Pushes on these two candlesticks here support that. And as ADX continues to decline for Ethereum at both of the weekly and daily time frame, at the daily time frame we use the model of stochastics plus support and resistance. The model suggests a downward swing may continue a little bit further, where price finds support around 2720, or it may test support more thoroughly at 3200, where stochastics may properly enter oversold. Please note that for Ethereum we do rely a little bit more heavily on the Elliott Wave count, particularly at this point for what we expect price to do. And so if you want an update for that, we have done an update for that today. You can sign up for that using the link in the description at pureelliottwave.com. The XRP weekly chart remains completely the same. I'll just add this here. You can pause to see this new week moving a little bit lower for the very short term, and this low at the end of minor wave 2 on the weekly chart is this low on the daily chart. The only difference for the daily chart is that we now have this duration for minute wave 3 lasting 39 days, and minute wave 4 is now seen as a complete contracting triangle. Upwards movement is now expected to continue up for minute wave 5, and once we get a little bit of bullish confirmation for minute wave 5, we will move the invalidation up to the beginning of minute wave 4, moving the invalidation up to 1.9920. The XRP weekly chart remains overall the same. Price has moved a little bit lower, testing support around 2.0 ever so slightly, though it may test support a little bit more if price does continue any lower. The bullish trend indicator by ADX continues. It has not yet reached extreme or very extreme conditions, though it is getting closer to extreme and very extreme conditions, and may enter either extreme or very extreme conditions if overall upwards movement does continue. On the technical daily chart for XRP, we have the same evening star candlestick pattern that you saw on the Ethereum daily. Price now continuing lower to test support at 2. We see more detail for the downwards movement for the short to mid term. As price has found support at this point, while minute wave 4 is seen complete on the Elliott Wave chart, it does show a little bit of support for the upwards movement to resume, as this support line has provided some decent support, particularly with these hammer candlesticks. And as ADX continues to decline for XRP at the daily time frame, we continue to use the model of stochastics plus support and resistance, though as always, while we do prefer the Elliott Wave count for what we expect price to do, the technicals at this point do add a little bit of confidence to that Elliott Wave count, seeing the downward swing may be complete, where price has just found support around 2, though the downward swing may continue ever so slightly further to where stochastics fully enters oversold, and price may more thoroughly test that support point. That's all for me with your little update for XRP and the Ethereum Technicals. If you do have any questions about the updated data or anything, feel free to ask them in the comments below, though if there are any gaps that you want filled in, they will be covered in the previous 2 Ethereum and XRP updates that I did. And again, as I mentioned, if there is enough interest, I will be doing a full update for the weekly and daily charts for the following week. As always, if you do want the Ethereum Elliott Wave count, as I did mention previously in the video, you can sign up for that at pureelliottwave.com. Thank you, and I hope everyone has a good new year.